So I'm very excited to share with you this project. It's a school that we question a lot, the typology around it, and I think we managed to come with a really interesting solution that I'm really happy to share with you. Let me see if this is working. Okay, there we go. So we truly believe that architecture should be shaped by place, and hopefully this project actually can show you that we actually did that. What we wanted to do was embrace the site character, and we shaped it by learning around the landscape and the place. It has a beautiful view towards the Popocatépetl volcano that you can see in this site, and that was truly the inspiration of the project. So Cholula, Puebla, it's 1 hour away from Mexico City. The site, it's a very suburban space, full of houses, very, widespread city, not very well planned, to be honest. This is the site. It used to be, as all of the cities, it used to be agricultural land. There's nothing of remembrance that we could have. And that was the site to build a school. So we thought that we really needed to challenge the convention of school. In my experience, I don't know if for the rest of you, but it was usually this space with these rectangular buildings where you have the patio, and it felt a little bit of more like you're getting discipline instead of actually getting inspired around education. So we questioned a little bit that tradition, if we were able to create, especially that this school was going to be a kindergarten and for primary school. So for children, well, you want to be, open spaces, and they want to run around, and the connection with nature. So the whole idea was to create these playgrounds around different patios, and we wanted to explore these different courtyards that could nestle in the topography. So we have like a 6 meter different terrain from the beginning of the plot towards the end. So looking at these interconnections of how we could really create, an open space and avoid having these rectangular classic buildings, what we came up with was this interaction between all these spaces. So what you can start to see in this initial sketch is that we have in the whole of the perimeter, we have the classrooms, and they're nestled inside the landscape. So that's why we said that we needed to listen before we acted. So the whole idea is to have the view towards the Popocatépetl and making the most of the terrain. So you can see here in this section a little bit how we're nestled in between the topography. So you only have one facade, and that overlooks towards the patios in front, as you can see in this render. So the inspiration of the Popocatépetl, of the lava, is actually creating these kind of formations that actually become something that is more playful. So that's actually the border of the whole project. And it will grow in different stages, because they will start first with the kindergarten and then with the rest of the school. And as it grows, the plan is that you created these different platforms using the terrain, and we build this beautiful space that you can use, all of the spaces. So there are no walls. There's only the spaces that everything is connected around the landscape. And the plan is that the children will be able to climb and be able to use them as part of the courtyards. So you can see that it's actually getting real. So we're building it right now. We're going to have all the greenery on top of the roofs, and it's really something that is quite unique, and it's been really exciting to be able to transform this. And actually, the construction method was very simple. It's just the way we plan with the bricks, and we work with the general contractor to create these shapes, so that we're actually, having these shapes that are the round buildings with these beautiful courtyards in the middle. And this is a little bit of when we were doing the model and how we were resolving everything, because now the challenge obviously was, the water drainage and all of the challenge that we have with having to build besides the landscape and then the roof. And this was part of those initial sketches of what we want to create on those courtyards that thankfully it's happening, and that's the plan, to be able to have a space where everybody can connect and to gather around everyone. So, I think we were asked to talk about the ethics and value of the project. And for us, the project began with a very simple ethical stand. It was to listen to the site. We, rather than imposing a form, we designed through dialogue with the landscape, letting topography, light, and vegetation define the architecture. The school designs reflect our belief that learning is a shared human right, open, inclusive, and connected. Every space promotes interaction, curiosity, and equality, creating an environment where architecture itself becomes part of the learning process. Transparency is central. There are no privileged spaces or hidden corners, just visibility, trust, and community. And the way that we rethink the school typology was we moved away from the idea of a school as a closed institution to imagine it as a living ecosystem where classrooms, gardens, and the courtyards are all part of the same learning landscape. Education here happens everywhere, in the corridors, under the trees, along the paths. The school becomes a place for discovery, where architecture teaches by example, through honesty, openness, and its deep connection to nature. It reminds us that schools are not built only to educate, they are built to inspire, to connect, and to awaken our sense of harmony in nature, which hopefully you guys agree, and it's been inspiring for you as well to see this project, and we're very happy that it's actually getting built and challenge the classic tradition of schools. Thank you very much.